What other, because you mentioned also market socialism. What does that mean to you? Because I've heard some people describe as like implementing a universal basic income as a form of market socialism. Like, what is market socialism? What does it mean to you? And how do we implement more of that in this country?
Socialism requires two fundamental things. Proper socialism, in the old sense, in the Marxian sense, it requires the abolition of the commodity form. That is to say, no longer are goods produced for the sake of them being sold. The market is gone. And secondly, that workers seize the means of production. That is to say, the economic faculties of this nation are now in the hands of those who work them, who benefit from them. Market socialism fulfills one of those two requirements. It fulfills the second one, where the workers control the means of production. But you maintain the commodity elements. You maintain the markets. And there are problems with markets. There are a lot of problems with markets. Right now, for example,
we've seen a few in the last 10 years or so. Yeah, some problems with markets.
We've seen here on the West Coast quite a few over the past 2 days. Where do you live?
I live in Cincinnati, right in the heartland.
Gotcha. Well, over here on the West Coast, Oregon is red. Northern California is orange. And
I've seen the photos. It's terrifying.
It is legitimately terrifying. It's like a Doom level.
End of days is the aesthetic you guys are rocking out there.
And this was done so a couple hundred people could be wealthier. And that's legitimately it. That's it. If they really wanted to, all of the coal and oil and what have you barons could have in the 1970s, back when the data was conclusive, looked at it and said, okay, we're destroying the planet. All right. I don't want to stop being wealthy. I don't want to stop being powerful. We will gradually transition our overwhelming wealth into investing in alternative energy sources. We could have kickstarted a green revolution back during the Reagan presidency, if he'd had it, and we could have been done with it. But it was far more profitable for them to continue driving it into the ground. Now we're trying fracking. Joe Biden's unwilling to do them fracking, and he's supposed to be the progressive wing of this electoral sham.
Sure.
We're running through right now. And what all of this is an externality, which is an economic term which refers to a byproduct of a market transaction which is not felt in the transaction itself. It can't be monetized, at least not without additional legislation. And that is a market issue right there. I don't think markets on their own are singly capable of addressing the economic needs of human beings. I think that there are some very severe problems with them sometimes. The hospitals, transportation, education, and maybe even further. But I think we can't even begin to address those problems until the workers, the people, the voters of this country are in charge of its economic facilities. We can't even have that conversation. Because right now we're just playing tug of war with billionaires who clearly don't give a fuck what they do to this planet or to the people who live on it. And as long as we're playing that game of tug of war, we're going to keep losing. They're quite a bit stronger than us. We need to win that game. We need to abolish the bourgeoisie. We need to implement market socialism. And after that, when the right people are in charge, the people are in charge, I think then we can have some tough conversations about, market commodification and what that's doing to our world. What can we do to fix it?